Time for book club. You coming?
Meet you there.
I'll walk you. Looks like we're all here. The Art of War is one of my favorite books, if not my favorite. Can anyone guess why?
Because it's not just about fighting, it's about how to conduct yourself when in conflict with others?
Carol gets it. For quite a while, all my interactions with people involve some form of conflict.
Interesting.
This book laid things out for me. Helped me understand you don't always smash yourself against a problem face first. You must understand your enemy before you can hope to defeat them. Hunter, you get this more than most. You understood Lilith, which led you to discover her weakness. With that came her defeat.
I lost 300 years to understanding. I would not call that a success.
I would. Your sacrifice, whatever it was, kept the world from plunging into darkness. My point here, until we know what game Lilith is playing, there's no way we can break the rules. That's the only way we win.
So the favorite book of a half-vampire was written by Master's son.
I'm the Daywalker. Of course it is.
Carol, what stood out for you?
The chapter about flexibility in warfare. Yes, it presented distinct situations, but at its core, it promoted a philosophy of adaptability. This is a subtle but key difference from the Kree war manuals I know. Those manuals lay out how to overcome every possible contingency. Because Kree commanders always expect an answer, exceptions can flummox the ones who let the rules think for them.
Are you not better off if you know how to win?
They don't tell you how to win. They tell you how the Kree have previously won. The Art of War encourages fluidity of thought. The variations presented in the chapter on flexibility are examples, not rote technique.
And that's how wars are lost.
So I've been dying to know, what is Captain America's favorite part of this book?
After this read, everything he had to say about deception and warfare.
Ooh, explain.
Wait, what used to be your favorite?
Discussions of leadership. There's a lot of good stuff in there. I've long since internalized all that worked for me and examined what didn't. But convincing your enemy that your greatest weakness is your most powerful strength.
Or the opposite, that your strength is a vulnerability?
Exactly. It struck me, especially regarding our conflict with Lilith. So, what's our greatest strength?
Lilith has no allies, just thralls. She is alone in this fight, but we are united.
Are we? The greatest scientific mind I've known, sorry Tony, just defected to her side. What's to stop any of us from doing the same? I don't have an answer to the question I asked, but I plan to do what the Art of War suggests. Learn her weakness. Adapt as the conflict evolves. Keep Lilith guessing. And above all, think.
And that'll do it.
Great. So what's our next book?
I told Carol she could pick the next one.
I decided on volume 32 of the Kavat Koth.
The what now?
It's a cross between a legal text, a spaceborne invasion defense manual, and one of those sagas that Thor seems to love.
Okay then.
I promise it's not a heavy read. I thought it would be a good companion to The Art of War.
See you all next time. That went better than expected.
I am looking forward to reading Carol's book.
Same here. Feels like book club is pointing out an edge we've always had, but never knew to sharpen. That's all for now. You taking off or hanging out?
I should leave.
Later then.
Team Emo Kids for the win.
Here, child. We do not have much time. We shall be reunited soon. I cannot help but feel excitement.
We are standing in front of each other right now.
Not here, but in the physical realm. You don't need to be coy. I know you are coming.
To where exactly?
The Sanctum Sanctorum. The prophecy advances. As much as it will please me to see you, I beg you not to stand in my way. I cannot guarantee your safety this time.
You are right, Mother. The prophecy is advancing, and we shall halt it at all costs.
I admire your conviction, child. There may come a time when we will stand in defiance of destiny. But it is not now. I have said all I can. It is out of my hands now.
Actually, it seems to be all in your hands.
I wish that were so. But you know the truth. He is closer than ever before.
Who is?
I would not dare say his name in this place. Still, he will bring us together after so long. Is it selfish of me to say that it's our reunion that matters most?
We will see each other soon, Mother. Agatha.
It's all right, child. You have been through so much. Your mother is calling you back to her. Trying to break anything that stands between you.
Consider this barrier to be as unbreakable as my resolve to not follow in her footsteps.
But there's a part of you that has not totally rejected her. You have been effective at tapping into your ancestral powers of light, just as artfully as you've been leaning on your mother's darker gifts. I'm impressed how you've been able to juggle both light and dark magic, but the real question is, are you content with how your powers are developing?
I have to say, I quite enjoy integrating all aspects of magic.
Then I am content. Just remember, whoever you choose to be, I accept you.
Yet another victory for the hunter.
Damn it. You totally ambushed me with that pair of queens. I have to admit, I didn't think you'd be such a formidable poker player. Yet another reason to respect you.
It is just beginner's luck. I'm sure your next hand will vanquish me.
There you go again, being all unexpectedly humble and generous. You're a hard demon to dislike, Hunter. Even if you are beating my butt at Hold'em.
You do not dislike me, Captain?
Don't get too excited. I didn't say I liked you either, but you've got potential.
Deal another hand, then?
I'm all in.
Hunter, what you've got there is the latest in custom alloy, handcrafted, magically protected personal protective gear.
Yes, thanks to the symbiote sample young Mr. Parker recovered, we were able to isolate the alien energy signature that appeared to be causing you so much trouble. With this armor, you should now be able to get close enough to Venom to take him down.
This time without, exploding.
It feels good. Now, just get me back to New York and I will handle the rest.
I'm quite pleased with these results.
Ooh, new coil. Let's get to work. Not bad, right?
Farewell. The shielding.
I'm glad Tony and Steven were able to work together. It's imperative we get the Sanctum back.
Still no sign of Venom. The Parker boy really came through.
Even with his disappearance, his pet symbiote has unfortunately not given up its taste for my sanctum.
Neither has Hydra. They've upped the guard again, which I didn't even think was possible.
This symbiote creature has had a stranglehold on us long enough. It is time to strike.
Are you sure that thing is safe?
Well, we didn't exactly have a manual, but the science and spooky bits are sound.
You should be well protected.
It's a big risk.
So is leaving Lilith in command of the Sanctum.
You're both right.
But I bet you have another option. Sorry, didn't mean to spoil your moment.
A frontal assault has too many variables, but there's always the hole.
The back door. Of course. I know the risks, but at some point we have to start believing in each other. In ourselves. Your design will hold.
We would never let you step into battle unprepared.
Besides, what was the first rule of demon hunting you taught me? If at first you don't succeed, stab again.
Aw, you think Reed and Sue have such heartwarming moments with Johnny and Ben?
gonna get the Sanctum back for Strange.
I like your optimism.
Thanks. I have a good feeling about this.
I have a good feeling about you.
What was that?
Nothing. Boom, Hydra.
I wish we had more time to test Strange and Stark's monstrosity of a creation, but with Venom out.
That is some messed up wallpaper.
Must have got hungry without Venom around.
Evil consumes everything, even itself.
Ready for round 2?
Always.
Ding ding.
What is that?
Old magical graffiti? You tell me.
Not the wards. That.
Caretaker, tell Strange we found a way back into his sanctum.
Finally.
Oh, and one more thing.
We are not alone.
We will never forsake her.
You've proven that the Faithbreaker can smash through that symbiote. Now you'll just have to do it a few more times. Oh, and try not to bring the roof down on your heads in the process.
I think I can hear Strange grimacing through the radio.
No mercy for the servants of Lilith.
Hail that!
Despite all the advances of the future,
At the end of the day, it'll still come down to me punching something.
Some things never get old, kiddo.
That was something.
targeting systems active.
We have the upper hand.
You really want to keep doing that?
It's a little late for hiding. For victory!
I've got your back.
Hydra sure does get around. Are we sure they don't have a limbo portal too? Interesting. So that's how that works.
when to quit.
Possibly match your
Confirmed enemy target.
This is getting old.
must know my reputation.
All lines up.
One of ours is down.
It's almost a shame Stark and the Doctor aren't here to see their little project in action. The Faithbreaker will finally purge Venom's foul corruption from the Sanctum and the city.
That's a neat trick.
Weak, even for Hydra.
I'm back in the saddle.
How many times you gonna try that?
Broken through.
Gonna sound like one of Blade's action movies right now, but go!
Get to the Sanctum!
Me waiting, child.
I am here now.
Yes. Alone. Always so alone.
Did I miss the party?
You are just in time.
I told you the door works now.
Sorry! First apocalypse excitement, I guess.
The little sorcerer returns home.
Can't say I like what you've done with the place, Demon Mother, or my friend. No matter. Already, the power of the Sanctum returns to me. Your days of plundering its secrets end today!
But that was never the plan. Now.
Yes, Mother.
Not while there's still a chance to seal that breach and save the Sanctum!
situation. We are immovable. I am wrong.
Banner's infernal device has torn through the wards themselves. If we are to have any chance of stopping Lilith, we must interrupt her mystic's ritual and seal that breach.
Child, I feared the servants of Lilith. Now I teach them to fear me.
Watch closely.
We don't fear death!
I am impressed.
They deserve no mercy. Prepare yourself!
The feeble effort!
Call forth something from the depths.
For the mother!
Your efforts will never deter me.
They're hoping to wear me down.
Mother, protect us.
I haven't lost their interest yet.
I have felt this once before.
Try this on for size!
Now that was something. Maybe you do not realize the trouble you are in, friend.
Okay, that was pretty cool.
Hail Hydra!
Lilith must really want me out of the picture.
Something isn't right.
No one will touch you. We stand with the mother.
They're still set on me.
I know I'm new to this old prophecy game, Doc, but...
No, Peter, it is not. Perhaps you and a hunter should retreat to a safe distance while I rectify the situation. I will be...
What? 2 steps behind us? I've seen too many movies to fall for that one. I'm staying.
As a... Leave some for the rest of us. You had your chance to escape.
Their mystics fall before us.
Ooh, I like it!
serve until the end! Mother, protect us. Finally, it's my turn.
I'll be right here.
Respond. Anyone. Damn this interference. Not getting through.
The mystical barrier that separates the realms is collapsing. Some technical difficulties are to be expected. I don't know if you can still hear me, Sarah, but if something should happen, please tell Tony not to touch my stuff. Not bad. Not great, but not bad. Done me a great favor.
You did not think I was done, did you?
At least you get to travel to two exciting destinations before you get beat up.
There. At last, the breach is sealed.
Anyone else noticing that the sanctum still seems to be falling apart around us?
First things first. Let's get rid of these remaining monstrosities and then see about stabilizing.
I was born for this.
Our allies is in trouble. Really, I'm flattered, but save some for the others. Even the Mother of Demons is forced to rely upon hired hands occasionally. This has gone on long enough. We must purge this evil from the sanctum no matter what it takes.
If there was ever a time for you to lose your temper, Doctor, this would be it.
Try this. I hope this is one of the stronger arms. We did come all the way here for a fight.
Is on our side. This shall be of great help.
have to tell me twice. Oh, this should be good. This should help. Coming at you.
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
I'm going for it.
They cannot possibly match your strength.
I am the Mother's Wrath.
Still gonna try that? Here we go again. Nothing personal, but I think you're out of your league here. By the will of the You know, you're pretty good at this.
This won't end well for you. A gift from ancient traditions. A moment of preparation.
We must help them.
We stand with the Mother. Time for the real thing.
Have not shaken their confidence. Many before you have tried and failed.
This one's for you. My Greek mythology is a little rusty, but didn't the Hydra originally have 9 heads? Take that!
We cannot be turned back.
Like it does me.
I am impressed.
I'm on it. You guys are really gonna get hurt if you're not careful.
I am not protect myself.
You really seem to like me.
Let's see how tough you are. No one will touch you. Mother, protect us.
Sticking with the plan, I guess. Here we go! Right, feeling it. Take that! Maybe, I don't know, you should have asked Lilith for cooler outfits?
I return with renewed vigor.
Here we go!
I saw a move like that once, centuries ago.
That armor must be stronger than it looks. Otherwise, you're in trouble. Coming at you!
Interesting tactic.
Hit my head or something.
I've been waiting.
Everything according to plan.
Glad you've got my back.
That was really something.
Let's give it a go.
This should aid me in my fight. That's the
wants you. I stand with the mother. I am a wall.
I've got enough webs for all of you. And that's why you don't mess with the Sorcerer Supreme. I'm going for it! This would be a lot easier if you guys just give up now. Looks like it's up to me. Just the boost I needed.
That was really something. The endless search for wealth and power with just a tinge of fascism. Hydra will never change.
Finally, it's my turn.
That's not good.
You're in trouble now. Time for the real thing. Hope you're ready.
Allow me to compose myself.
I won't let you down this time.
This is the least I can do.
My humble thanks for
Your time has come. You are lucky to still be breathing. Is that truly your best?
Let
Let me show you the way.
Okay, that was awesome. Good one!
Let's see how tough you are.
Watch and learn, my friends. Lilith doesn't care about you. I hope you realize that in time. Well done, my friends.
Doc, come on! We have to go! Leave if you must! I can hold it! Like hell you can! I don't know what that means, but I'm guessing not good, right?
No. No, it is not.
Okay, I'm just gonna say it. That really, really sucked.
Try adding a few dozen more reallys.
I'm in shock. I didn't expect to lose the sanctum.
Oh, you didn't expect to lose the sanctum? That was my whole life. Ripped open and decimated before my eyes.
We need to have a serious conversation about Lilith. She's much stronger than we anticipated.
We did everything we could, and it still wasn't enough.
Lilith is a pain, for sure. But right now she's hiding behind our boy Bruce, and if he's giving her IT advice, then that's a problem I can do something about.
I failed. How else can I describe it? I failed not just my teammates, but the world.
That's right. You did fail. All of you.
Oh hey, don't sugarcoat it or anything.
But that doesn't mean you lost. And that is an important distinction. This war is far from over. And tomorrow we will rise again. And fight again.
I'm too tired for a hoorah, but the sentiment is there.
I appreciate the inspirational words. We all need it.
I'm sure. Now rest, get some sleep. All of you. The battle will wait until morning. I know this is difficult for you, Stephen, but the Sanctum is gone, and we need to plan for what comes next.
What's next? Armageddon has already happened. What's next is hell on Earth. The barrier has been breached. Expect the world to fall, city by city, nation by nation.
I'm not ready to give up, and neither should you.
It's not just losing the Sanctum that hurts us. It's also Banner.
We will handle him, as long as he doesn't become the Hulk.
It's his mind that I'm most worried about. That rift charge is just the start of the awful things he could conceive of. He is Lilith's most powerful weapon now.
Then you know what we need to fight back with, right?
We tried. Blaze is being impossible unless he gives us the parchment.
Shh. Voices carry. Let us lower ours.
Today's not the day to sleep in, Hunter. Get to the war room.
Getting reports of zombies in the sewers.
Vampires in Manhattan? More vampires in Manhattan.
The green sky is growing.
All right. Let's not give in to rumors.
Sorry, Cap. I don't think these are just rumors. The old Spidey sense has been on double red alert since...
We lost the Sanctum? Perhaps now you understand why I was so adamant we save it. Think of the Sanctum as our world's supernatural ozone layer. When it breaks down, or explodes,
Holes open up. Only in this case, instead of a nasty sunburn, you get demons. Lots of demons.
And his children basked in his light as the temple of the false gods fell.
Oh, what album is that from?
The prophecy. The dark god Cthon readies his return.
Well, does the dark god Cthon own a dude ranch in the Southwest? Because there's a whole lot of something going on out there.
Should, probably tell them.
About?
The carnival. Johnny Blaze and the Quentin Carnival.
No way.
Who exactly is Johnny Blaze?
Sort of a jerk.
Legend. Famous stunt rider, fellow spirit of vengeance,
And keeper of the parchment of power.
The final page of the Darkhold. The missing piece my mother needs to complete the prophecy and free Cthon.
When were you gonna tell the rest of us this?
Welcome to our world.
the entire point of a secret guardian is to remain secret.
Yeah? From the look of things, I'd say your little secret is out.
With the barrier gone, our enemies must have been able to detect the page's foul presence. Lord knows what wretched evil Lilith sent to retrieve it.
Strange and Tony should start a Lost Headquarters support group.
This is not going the way I want. Blaze guy so much as...
Blaze has kept the parchment of power safe so far, but he won't withstand a full-on assault.
He didn't have it. How about you? We're being paid to find the Page Creed. Have fun on your own time. Oh, this ain't about the money anymore. Get inside. You can go straight to hell. Oh, she's scared. Oh, crap. That's just cheating.
Surrender the page, Blaze.
Nice meat suit, lady.
Surrender, or be destroyed.
They dug up Junior, too.
Child.
Struck a nerve, huh? Then you're gonna love this. Heard you were dead, Johnny. That was the idea. I'd ask what you were doing here, but I just pumped a few rounds in his chest.
The legendary Johnny Blaze. I have heard much
Hear that? This is your fault. Play with Mama all you want. I've got people to save. Mama.
Long story.
We'll just have to hope Blaze can handle the escape on his own. You've got a big problem of your own to deal with now. They call that one the Mother. The altars she's summoning are going to make things a lot harder unless you destroy them too.
Take out the big lady and her rock collection. Got it.
And just because Lilith decided to talk through this one, don't feel the need to show it any mercy.
Dibs on the ugly one.
Good work.
You were too weak for this fight. Earned this.
Whatever works for you.
The darkness is welcoming.
Still set on me.
Destroying those altars may be the fastest way to bring her down.
Assuming we can get past that Guardian.
Not my first rock monster rodeo. Nothing to worry about.
This will have to do.
Make you regret that. Trifling creature.
You may regret that.
Just what I need. Slice and dice. That's it for you.
Lilith won't be happy to see her favored ones fall so easily.
You cannot resist, child. The prophecy will be fulfilled.
Maybe so. But not today.
Let's hope not.
Not so tough without that little pop gun of yours. I'm gonna enjoy this.
Not as much as me. Somehow, you get uglier every time I see you.
And you get smaller. Grunt.
Stop fussing over me, you idiots. After them. No escape this time, Creed.
I was gonna say the same thing to you. All of you.
Looks like Mommy gave you that change. Too bad she couldn't do something about that face.
You're full of jokes now. But let's see how funny it is when I spill your guts.
Already killed you once, scumbag. Ain't gonna be a problem doing it again. Is it my turn now?
Lilith has sent you here to die. I hope you are prepared.
My God, you will not be denied.
I had heard you were more than just a gatekeeper.
With her blessing, the sky is the limit.
They have not lost interest.
You're gonna pay for what you've done here. I'm gonna make sure of that.
Small man talks a big game.
Prepare yourself.
Let me fade away. If I can't heal up, she'll do it for me.
About time.
That'll be healed before you can try again.
Now it's
You think that's gonna get me?
Ready?
Mother finally found someone who can get the job done. Me!
You looking at me?
You should have seen their faces. Family night at the carnival. I could have almost tasted their fear right before they bought it.
You'd be doing me a personal favor if you could shut him up. Permanently, if possible.
You heard the lady.
Walk in the light.
Appreciate it.
She knows your every move.
Your mother abandoned you. Lilith will not look kindly on this one. Lilith herself could not best me. What makes you think you will fare any better? They are set on coming after me. Lilith has found the ideal servant in this one. Black long before
When it comes to pieces of trash,
You keep talking, but I'm still here.
want it done right, gotta do it yourself.
I am not myself.
Bad luck for you.
Mother already took away my pain.
Never gets the job done.
As a child, I feared the servants of Lilith. Now I teach them to fear me. I am still the prize.
Nobody knows you like I do, Creed. And I know this was just as much your doing as it was Lilith's.
What's no? It was a massacre, and I loved every minute of it.
I am ready.
Pain is temporary. Not enough, Runt.
That wasn't very hard.
He's down, but not out yet.
I will not fall for the same ruse twice.
Thought as much.
welcome.
Enough of this.
Easy, kid. These were his people.
We did what we could, Blaze.
That's what folks with bloody hands always say.
If we do not stop the Midnight Sun, the entire world will get far bloodier.
Not my problem anymore. Forget the damn prophecy. I know I sure as hell am.
Aren't you gonna follow him?
Nah, he may not have been listening. But I am. Keep talking, kid.
What happened at that carnival was a tragedy.
One that could have been avoided.
If you did not keep so many secrets...
Oh, well, what is this, a duet? Since when did you two get so chummy?
Don't change the subject.
The spirits of vengeance have always been the secret guardians of the parchment of power.
Guardians? Blaze is probably using the page as toilet paper right now.
I met the guy. You're giving him too much credit.
We did what we had to do. That secret kept the page out of our enemies' hands for centuries.
At what cost?
You cannot win this war with secrets.
Magic is right. If we're going to stop Lilith from causing any more massacres, we need to come clean with each other, now.
There is nothing else, Captain.
I wish I could believe you.
So do I.
Then I don't see a point in continuing this conversation.
This is grade A bull.
You know, it's kind of rude to walk around in here and not give me so much as a hello.
I assumed you were asleep.
I don't sleep much. But that doesn't stop me from enjoying the company of a comfortable bed when I spot one.
After that fight at the Quentin Carnival, I suppose we all could use a lengthy rest.
I can't get too comfortable. Not so long as Sabretooth's still out there.
He is your quarry, I take it?
I guess you could say that. We have a history. None of it nice. Though he's definitely changed. His nasty side got, well, nastier.
From what I have seen, he should not be much trouble for you.
I've been tracking and fighting him for decades. If he was easy to handle, trust me, I would have put him away for good ages ago. This last time, though, he's gotten even more deadly.
Then I hope you can rise to the challenge. Does not look like you are planning to stay long. Some find our abbey to be a bit unnerving.
Oh, this place is nothing. You'd be surprised at some of the places I've rested my boots.
You talk like that, now you have to tell me some stories.
Oh, okay. Let's see. I've been all over the planet. And a few other planets besides.
Other planets?
Yeah. We're not alone in the universe, you know. There's the Kree, there's Skrulls, there's the Brood. Most aliens you're better off avoiding, but there's a few good ones out there. I'll tell you though, after a while, all you really care about is a nice soft bed. I see the way you're looking at me. Who's this mysterious guy hanging out in my place all of a sudden?
Perhaps.
Tell you what, I've got a little break between people trying to kill me, so let's have a little chat.
I have taken up enough of your time. I should go.
It's been a pleasure. If you have more questions, you know where to find me.
Hunter, you there? I'm in the library. It's super important you meet me here ASAP.